Garden borders are where all the magic happens. They frame your space, guide the eye, and bring your entire design to life. But to really make them shine, you need the right plants. Not just anything green, we're talking perennials that bring beauty, color, and structure year after year, without a lot of extra work. In this video, we're sharing 10 essential perennials every garden border needs. These are the plants gardeners swear by. They bloom reliably, play well with others, and give your borders that polished professional look. Whether you're starting fresh or upgrading an old bed, these picks are the perfect foundation for a stunning, long-lasting display. Let's dig in. Let's start strong with echinacea, also known as coneflower, a must-have in sunny borders. Its bold flower heads in purples, pinks, oranges, and even white sit proudly above sturdy stems, attracting pollinators and admiration alike. These blooms last from summer into fall and even hold their shape through winter if you let them dry in place. Echinacea is a sun-loving, drought-tolerant perennial that thrives in well-drained soil. Once established, it needs little care and will come back stronger each season. It's a favorite for low-maintenance gardeners who still want vibrant color and healthy ecosystems. Use echinacea mid-border for upright structure and surround it with soft textures like nepeta or airy grasses. It also plays beautifully with salvia, black-eyed Susans, and other prairie-style bloomers. It's tough, showy, and one of the best long-term investments for a lively, layered garden edge. If you're looking for continuous color, Geranium Roseanne delivers. With violet-blue flowers that bloom from late spring to frost, this perennial fills garden borders with effortless charm. Its tiny mounding shape gently spills over edges, adding softness and flow. Roseanne grows well in full sun to part shade and isn't fussy about soil as long as it drains well. It spreads gradually, but never invasively, and the reddish fall foliage adds another layer of seasonal interest. Plant it at the front of your border or around stepping stones to blend hardscape with soft, living color. It pairs beautifully with salvia, lady's mantle, and ornamental grasses, creating a relaxed but vibrant look. It's one of the easiest perennials to grow and a superstar in both classic cottage gardens and modern landscapes. Looking for color, structure, and pollinators in one plant? Salvia nemorosa is your answer. It sends up dense spikes of purple, pink, or blue flowers that bloom in waves from late spring through summer. Just shear it back after the first bloom and you'll get a strong core. This sun-loving perennial thrives in well-drained soil and does especially well in dry conditions. It's compact, tidy, and doesn't flop. Perfect for clean-lined borders or more natural designs. Add it mid-border to provide vertical rhythm alongside softer, mounded plants like geraniums or lamb's ear. The strong spires draw the eye and bring an architectural feel to even informal garden styles. Plus, bees and butterflies adore it, and deer usually stay away. A win-win for wildlife-friendly gardens. For soft movement and clouds of soothing color, nepeta, or catmint, is an essential border plant. Its silvery foliage and lavender blue flowers spill beautifully over edges, creating a romantic, slightly wild vibe that softens hard lines. Nepeta thrives in sunny, dry locations and blooms from late spring well into summer. It's low maintenance, drought tolerant, and even reblooms if lightly trimmed. And despite the name, most cats leave it alone. Use it at the front of borders to create a gentle wave that draws visitors in. It's perfect alongside pathways or paired with roses, salvias, and coneflowers for that classic border blend. Its relaxed habit brings a cottage garden charm to modern or traditional spaces alike, all while needing very little from you. When late summer hits and most flowers start fading, Sedum autumn joy steps in to steal the show. Its thick, succulent leaves hold the structure all season long, and its flat, broccoli-like flower heads open pink, turning to bronze as fall deepens, creating a long-lasting display through the year's final chapters. Sedum loves full sun and well-drained soil, and it's perfect for low-maintenance gardeners. It stores water in its fleshy stems, making it extremely drought-tolerant once established. You'll rarely have to water it, and pests or diseases are practically non-existent. Use sedum mid to back border where its chunky texture adds weight and balance. It's beautiful paired with ornamental grasses, Russian sage, or upright echinacea for a mix of shapes and bloom timing. In autumn, it provides rich contrast while other perennials begin to fade. And the best part? Its dried flowers hold up into winter, adding interest even after the frost. Just leave them standing for structure or snip for dried bouquets. Need a foliage hero for the shade? Hosta is your answer. Known for its broad, architectural leaves in greens, blues, and variegated tones, Hosta adds calm, sculpted texture to any shady garden edge. And yes, some varieties also bloom with sweet-smelling spikes of lavender or white. Hostas thrive in rich, moist soil and prefer part to full shade, especially in hotter climates. They're easy to grow, long-lived, and come in sizes from petite to massive, so there's one for every garden layout. The only thing to watch out for: slugs, but mulch and spacing can help. Line them along a shady path, under trees, or in the front of a woodland border. Mix them with ferns, astilbe, or lungwort for a rich tapestry of greens and textures. Even without showy flowers, they hold visual weight and elegance. They're the backbone of shaded garden borders, reliable, bold, and stunning in groups. Want a border plant that's neat, modern, and still bursting with personality? Allium millennium is your pick. These globe-shaped, magenta-purple blooms float like little fireworks above tidy green clumps. They bloom in midsummer, just when many early flowers are taking a break. This allium prefers full sun and well-drained soil. It stays compact, resists pests and deer, and attracts butterflies like crazy. It's also long-lived and comes back with vigor year after year, all without self-seeding aggressively. Plant it mid-border where its round flower heads can add contrast to softer forms. It looks fantastic with catmint, yarrow, or ornamental grasses, and repeating it along a border brings unity and rhythm. Bonus: even after blooming, the seed heads keep their shape and structure, giving you garden texture long after the color fades. For a pop of vertical color and a hummingbird magnet, you can't go wrong with penstemon. These upright perennials produce spires of tubular blooms in bold reds, purples, pinks, and white, standing tall above the rest and adding instant energy to any border. Penstemon loves the sun and prefers dry to average soil. Once established, it needs little care aside from occasional deadheading. Some varieties are more cold-hardy than others, so choose the right cultivar for your region. Use penstemon toward the back or mid-border where it can rise above mounded companions. It brings strong contrast to softer plants like lady's mantle or geranium and fits right in with prairie or wildflower-inspired gardens. It's a showy bloomer with great wildlife value, all in a tidy, vertical package that lasts for years. Baptisia is the kind of perennial that behaves like a shrub, strong, upright, and deeply rooted. It bursts into bloom in late spring with tall spikes of blue, white, or yellow pea-like flowers, followed by elegant seed pods that rattle in the breeze. It thrives in full sun and poor to average soil. It's drought-tolerant, deer-resistant, and incredibly long-lived, often thriving for decades without needing to be divided. In fact, Baptisia doesn't like to be moved once it's settled in. Plant it toward the back of your border for height and weight. Its blue-green foliage looks fantastic even after blooming, and it pairs beautifully with coneflowers, ornamental grasses, or yarrow. Give it space, it forms a dense, bushy clump that anchors a design like a small shrub. With virtually no pests and very little upkeep, Baptisia is a border powerhouse that gives structure and beauty in equal measure. Rounding out our list is the elegant and underrated lady's mantle. Known for its scalloped, chartreuse green foliage and frothy yellow blooms, It brings a soft, romantic touch to any border. Raindrops cling to its leaves like jewels, a detail many gardeners fall in love with. This perennial grows best in part shade but tolerates full sun in cooler climates. It's low-growing, easy to maintain, and gently spreads to form a mounding mat of color and texture. Tuck it along the front edge of your border, where it can spill gracefully over pathways or hard edges. It pairs beautifully with roses, geraniums, and lavender for a dreamy, cottage-style palette. Lady's mantle is subtle but essential, one of those plants that quietly makes every other plant look better. There you have it, 10 easy, beautiful perennials that deserve a spot in every garden border. From bold bloomers to foliage standouts, these plants aren't just pretty. They're reliable, low maintenance, and designed to keep your garden looking polished from spring through fall. Whether you're creating a brand new edge or refreshing an old one, these perennials will bring color, texture, and structure year after year. And the best part? Once they're in the ground, they only get better with time. Thanks for watching PlantDo. Let us know which of these perennials you've planted or which one you're most excited to try next. Until next time, happy planting and keep designing those borders with style.